Welcome back to the channel, guys. In this one we're at FUN2DRIVE in Japan, and basically it's a car hire rental company where you can rent all of your JDM legends. I've got the R34 behind me, R35 as well. There's quite a few others. You've got NSX there as well. And basically what we're going to be doing today is taking out these cars. So I've got the R34 booked. They literally pulled out for me. So the R34 first, and then the R35 GTR. We're going to be taking it along the Hakone skyline. So it's basically the touge routes. So this video is going to very much focus on the process, how I went about booking it. Footage in the cars themselves is limited. You're not actually allowed to record. You can take as many photos as you want, but you're not allowed to film for insurance purposes. So this video is very much going to focus on the review of the service that the guys have pulled together, whether it's worth it or not. But what we're going to do is, because it's getting pretty windy, we're going to jump in the cars and we're getting out in the R34 first. So we'll take you out in that, and then we'll go out in the R35. Stay tuned towards the end and I'll sum up how exactly I went about booking it. Yoshida-san, who's inside, absolutely wonderful, lovely guy. What the process was, the deposits, etc. How much cash you need and the pricing. So we'll take you through some of that, but for now, let's just show you around the cars very quickly, and then we'll take them out one by one. So there's the R34 GTR. We've got this booked, like I mentioned, for the Hakone drive, and that's basically an hour slot. So it's from 9 AM to 10, and then we've got that from the R35 from 10 to 11. It's about roughly 40 minutes driving. You get to pull over and get some amazing shots in front of Mount Fuji, etc. But as you can see, guys, this is the Dream R34 right here, Bayside Blue. It's got some Volk alloys on there as well, and it's got this nice little subtle almost OEM plus kit going on there. So that's the car pretty much there. So always wanted to drive one. I have driven an R35 GTT. Wasn't that impressed with it, so I'm hoping this will be a little bit more better. So the way this works is I've got an earpiece on, and basically the car in front is sending me instructions. So as he sees something in front, he'll let me know, so I can take a bit of caution. It's really safe to do, and it's actually pretty funny sometimes the way that they're worried, but these are expensive cars. We're just wrapping up in the R34. It's been a really nice experience. I wouldn't say that I've abused the car. That's not what I wanted to do anyway, but it's given me some nostalgia and enjoyment having driven it. So you can see in a second. Yeah, so it's a really good experience to do. Like I said, we're not really supposed to be videoing this, but I thought I'd give you guys some insight while we're doing it, and the rest of it I'll probably talk over. We're now going back. We finished the touge Hakone Skyline Drive, and we're now actually going back to FUN2DRIVE to switch the cars. So the next car is the R35 GTR, but for now, just enjoy some of the footage of me driving. Right guys, so just back from the R34. Very compact. Initial impressions is a lot smaller than a Supra. It feels a lot more, dare I say, race car like, much more planted and pointed. But for me, it wasn't quite as lively as I expected. It's probably because it's still very much close to standard. From what I can see, it's just got an aftermarket exhaust on there. Still not loud enough, but overall it's just like I expected. Obviously it's a Nissan, so the build quality differences, I'm not going to try to compare this too much to the Supra, but there are noticeable build quality differences. But overall, loved it. The gearbox is nice and sporty, very close together, 6-speed gearbox. It loves to rev. The sound when you actually get on it, really nice. But yeah, nice to have driven one in my lifetime. These cars are now stupid money, so yeah, fortunate to have got the chance, and in Bayside Blue. So if you are an R34 fanatic and looking to do that, make sure you check out FUN2DRIVE. They've also got a Supra as well, if that's your dream car. I know it's for many people it's either or, but that might actually be a nice thing for people to take this out and then take a Supra out straight after if they want to. Right, so next up, the R35 GTR. Pulls though, isn't it? When it waits up, it goes. Sound like an animal. There's Mount Fuji on the right. These things are animal. A Muslim! So violent first here. So we're back, guys, back from the R35. This, I have to say, is a bloody lively car. This thing in the tunnel, it just comes alive. It's in its own. Obviously, it's probably more than, this is probably, I think they're around 470 horsepower standard. Those are about 280 or 300, depending who you talk to. But this just felt a lot more lively. The way it went through gears was just constantly pushing you back in your seat. So yeah, really impressed with it. Obviously it's a bit dated as a GTR, it's been around for a while, but overall I think this met the hype for me. The R34 was honestly a bit underwhelming, whereas these in the UK they're about 30 to 35,000 pounds, which I think is an absolute bargain for the car, whereas the R34 is close to 150 to 200,000 pounds. Definitely not worth that in my opinion. But yeah, so that's our two cars done for the day. We did originally have an RX-7 scheduled, but unfortunately that was involved in an accident yesterday, so we weren't able to drive that one. So just wanted to say a special thank you to Yoshi-san for helping us out, supporting me over email. Again, very good English, so if you are from England, America, wherever else internationally and you only speak English, reach out to these guys. They're very good, they'll help you out with exactly what you need to do. Couple of things around how we ended up booking it, what we needed. So these were the only guys that would give you the car for an hour. There's a few different types of tours. You can go do a full half-day tour, drive around Mount Fuji, but I wanted to do a comparative back-to-back. So the same route in both cars, just to get a good feel for the slightly old R34 to the more modern R35 GTR. And the things that you need are a driving license, a international driving permit, and finally your passport. So you need all three of these things. Once you go online and you pay the booking deposit, it's usually around, I think it was 1,000 yen per car, which is about £6. So the actual deposit's very cheap. The rest of the payment once you get here has to be cash as well. So be very careful to bring all of your documentation with you. If you don't, then you're not allowed to use it. And it's run completely nice, professional. Once you get here, there's a nice safety briefing, a couple of disclaimers that you have to fill out, pay the security deposit, etc. Plus some horrifying dashcam videos of where enthusiasts have got it wrong, and especially rear-wheel drive cars, they've ended up writing the car off or totaling the car. So pretty good stuff. But yeah, just have confidence in yourself, guys, and listen to the safety briefing, and then especially the pace car. You get the walkie-talkie in your earpiece, and constantly they're giving you guidance, so they're familiar with the roads. That hopefully gives you a bit of a view to the FUN2DRIVE, a bit more about it, about the booking process, what's involved, I went for the Hakone comparison, 1 hour back to back. You are able to pick from the different cars, but there are a few different tools that you can do. Leave a comment down below if you are considering this, ask any questions, and I'll be happy to help you guys out. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.